technology, fundamentally is a tool. That's, my view. The challenge comes with mindsets. Okay, I think, to the point of, in terms of, what mindset we kind of, have. So we talked about KPIs and all of that, etc. But again, as people said, do we kind of, strip that away and focus on the key thing that is there? And how do people, change their mindset around technology is, extremely important. So I again think that people talked about the fact that, the next shiny penny, the next, big thing, etc. I think, sometimes it's also good to pause and say, do I really need it? Okay, and if I don't need it, then because everybody else is doing it, and we have this classic FOMO in organizations saying, if nobody is doing it and I'm missing out, maybe I'm, kind of not looking at it. I think saner voices should prevail. I think we shouldn't um, get, over influenced by technology. Uh, in some sense, there are two camps still today. There are the AI skeptics and there are people who are the AI evangelists. I think the jury is still out. I am not yet sure that AI and other technologies are just taking over the world. Um, I think business will still be run by humans, and therefore the concept of mindsets would continue to play a big role. So I think we should not fear technology, but we should take a breather, perhaps.
I have a counter question just because it's very related to what you're saying. So you said we should do this, we should not be afraid, and we should ask it. But I want you to also tell us what is happening. So we should do this, I agree. But is it actually happening? Are people questioning it?
So again, I don't have I lead HR, and obviously, today there is this huge optimism in the entire world and industry that, this is what it is. But if we look at it objectively, AI and especially generative AI, beyond the obvious use cases, are still a little bit away from delivering the promised benefits. So the large AI companies, which are valued in the tens of billions of dollars, are yet to justify the valuation by way of, providing a path to, extreme productivity that is being promised. So again, it's normative, as you rightly say, it should happen. Is it happening? I don't know, to be honest.
Just next question is on AI. We'll go from technology to specific AI, but let's take your inputs also, and then I'll go to AI itself. Yes.
So I think this is pretty strange for me. Most of the conferences, people invite me to talk about digital technology, AI. So this is a kind of a step back for me to say, what I tell my customer, is it right or wrong, right? So yesterday I was with two different companies. One was an NBFC, which is a bank. The other one was a pharma company. You know what was their primary agenda to call me? Both of them wanted, same, I have written down, I showed both of them saying that this is your primary agenda today. They want to drive AI story for next 5 years. That's the board speaking, right? It is not a CIO, it's not a CEO. The boards are talking about it. Then they talk about architecture. Then they talk about, is my technology relevant for next 5 years, etc., right? All of that is fair. Let me give you another example. 2015, can you just imagine how many screens you would look at it on a daily basis in 9 hours? Any guess? We used to look at 30, 40 screens, which includes if you're ironing something and there is a, some number on it, that's also a screen. Fast forward 2022, we were looking at close to around 200 screens. 2025, we are at 375 on an average scale. That's a consumption which has gone up. Is it good? I don't know. Everybody wants an IoT. Now Tesla is in India. So you can say, switch on my AC, go sit in the car. Technology is great. Let me come to the brass tacks of what you asked me. I predominantly work with all the industry. I was working with a real estate company in an NCR region. It was a 12 months long transformation. And you look at sales, you look at marketing, you look at operation. And the rest of the organization is very critical. You are looking at design, engineering, execution, labor, contractor, etc., right? All of these guys, they follow what they typically follow is an, WhatsApp communication, call them saying that, are you coming? Are you not coming? There's a material coming, all of that. So this company wanted to introduce a software called BMI. Fantastic software. very good software if you were to use it. Their productivity at an employee level, at, with all the contract and everything, was close to around 78%. This costed almost $1 million for them to implement. After implementation, we did change management, we did everything. It took us 3 months to tell them what is a KPI, right? That's the way you should look at it. Today, the organization is looking at a 56% performance efficiency. Where do I draw a line? Today, the implication is the guy was supposed to complete the project in 3 years. With this 56%, he's going to take another 8 months more. So your question is right. Is technology helping? Yes. Are we geared up to consume that information? Answer, we do not know. And there are certain, facts and figures. I'll give you NBFC story. I'll just, counter with this last NBFC story. NBFC today, they're all growing at 50, 60, 70, 80% year-on-year growth. Imagine that in a, non-banking financial services, they are all growing at 80%. Fantastic story. Always the board is looking at 80%. My revenue is coming. What is my PAT? What is my EBITDA margin? Everything is fantastic. Now, they want to go down the level of every RM, how many files per month is he, delivering to me? Is he delivering 1 file? Is he delivering 1.2 file? Is he delivering 1.5 file? They're all looking at that particular matrix. What is now happening, where a people-to-people connect was there, a manager would call, say that, have you gone to this place? Have you spoken to that college? Have you gone to XLRI? How many student loan did you pick up? How many this loan would you pick up? Now it is all based on, okay, I have geo-tagged you. I know you are still sitting at home. You have not gone to XLRI. You have not met the professor. You have not met them. Now the human angle is taken away. Now the guy deliberately goes to in front of the gate, says, okay, he'll have a tea and come back. Efficiency is dropping. See, it's not about the KPI. Technology will help you, but don't take away the human angle. That is very important. On the AI, which you will have the next one, that's where you need to blend. Agentic AI is, blending from AI to Gen AI to Agentic AI. You're blending human, interface to it, but it's a long way to go. But efficiency will definitely increase, but human angle we are taking away. That's absolutely there.
Segue for my next question. It's very related to it. So first of all, I'll say that, see, when we are saying technology here, many of us are not able to stop ourselves from thinking of AI itself, right? Because that is very current and that is what I think it's on everybody's mind. So let's directly get into specific technology, AI. That's important.
Overall, last year I was just reading some numbers. $5.1 trillion are going to be spent on tech. AI put together, Gen AI is only going to be at best some 200 odd billion. So, but it's the kind of newness plus the impact that they've had on people and all of us, plus our team members, plus our families who've actually started using that. It's got the mind space, which is way beyond the actual dollar value of this industry. And that's why I guess all of us are talking about it.